Thank you, Chair. Dear Commissioners, your latest survey on economic recovery in industry shows that since 2008, almost 10% of jobs in manufacturing industries were lost. And last year also industrial production was 3% lower than the year before. And maybe to add some good news, the value of exports has gone up the last year. But at the same time, of course, we know that our industrial base is changing, and this requires of companies that their business models are changing, of workers that their skills are changing and they become more flexible, but also that for governments, their regulations and policies become much more modern and there is a clear show of vision. My question is therefore twofold. How can the Commission very concretely help to create a context so that markets will rejuvenate and modernise existing industries, and at the same time allow the process of creative destruction to go ahead, do its work and create new niche markets? I think there additional tools have to be found to make available additional finance for R&D, but also to bring this R&D into the market and bridge the value of that for new products. And also on the skill side for workers, I think there the Commission should really push forward to make sure that Member States implement new policies to make sure that workers acquire their new skills needed for new industries.
Well, what concerns creative destruction, unfortunately in the last few years we had just a too deep and too long recession in quite a few member states, and we're still looking for, I would prefer to say, creative recovery. But it is true that the economy is a dynamic system, especially at the time of the global competition. We have to face also an industrial transformation. Skills, the human capital, play a decisive role in that. Yesterday I had an opportunity to look at a centre in Portugal, where there is a modernisation of vocational training ongoing, and especially in countries which have to make great efforts in order to revive their competitiveness and make steps forward for reindustrialisation. This is a crucial issue, and that's why it's very important to see how EU instruments like the European Social Fund can support the modernisation of vocational training and the development of skills. Of course, it's very important to identify what skills exactly are being taught in such centres. In that, of course, we have to use our contacts with the social partners and all other stakeholders, because the direct contact between industry but also the workers' organisations with the training centres can help in a forward-looking manner develop the content and the approach.
Do you want a supplementary?
Maybe to add indeed one question. I mean, we all know that our industry is going through a process of transformation, but therefore it's really important to also stimulate not only R&D but also bringing those products to the market. And this is something where Europe is clearly lagging behind in respect to other continents. So maybe an additional question on that: how will the Commission help to push not only R&D but also bring those products and services to the market?
The
Union has a commercial policy which takes the shape of trade agreements with various countries outside Europe. And of course, before one is signed, there's a consultation of our companies. There's a quality challenge that we face, our companies face on world markets. The Commission's text on the reindustrialisation of the Union specifies that sectors and qualities that we're aiming at, where all the financial effort has to be concentrated, including Horizon 2020. And that should then make it possible to invest in research aimed at our industrial policy. Our mission for growth, the last one went to Egypt last week. The next one will go to Tunisia and Morocco, and then we'll be in Peru and Chile, and subsequently China, Russia, Vietnam, Australia and Canada. We've already done the whole of Latin America, we've been in Mexico and the United States, presenting our industrial model and representing our industry. And above all, we want to move against relocations to those countries We want new plant to be built, and the results are already very good. Lots of non-European countries, and including African countries, are asking for industrial presence so that our quality products can be produced in their countries. They don't want relocation, but our products produced locally can then be sold there. This is all intended so that the quality of European industry's products can be known in the world.
You.